Hello amazing viewers, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. I see the kind of game, the governors, the APC and some group they are trying to play in this whole matter. Like I said, there's been so much unrest, so much panic from these individuals ever since Trump talked about invading Nigeria. Now one would wonder if the government of the US, they are coming to destroy every Nigerian, every Muslim. For goodness sakes, the emphasis was on, or should I say is on, the terrorist. But I don't understand how at this point in time the government is here to talk about how to finish the terrorist. Instead, what we are seeing is different group coming out every day to tell us different things. When it is the same APC here that drew the attention of the same US government over the killings going on. The same APC went to report Jonathan to the US government that there is a Christian killing going on. And then all of a sudden, you are denying that this thing is not happening. All of a sudden, I'm hearing too much talk about one Nigeria, how we need to, bring our voices together. The North is calling for Nigeria to speak in one voice. There should be unity. On the other hand, we have Soludo displaying another round of stupidity. I get to question Soludo's education. Did they not say he traveled far and wide? Did they not say he stayed abroad? Abi he schooled abroad? Which one be the thing? How come Soludo is the way he is? I have been looking at the different reactions of these individuals. Soludo comparing Black Lives Matters to genocide that is going on in Nigeria. Please make it make sense to me. I don't understand the whole running from pillar to post instead of focusing the whole thing. At this point in time, you will force the US government to believe that you don't want to handle terrorism. That's the impression I'm having. How much more an outsider? Because I never see any move, any talk on what do we do to end this thing. The problem of the government now designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and of course the invasion by the US. Something they are asking you, or they ask you to act quickly, but you've not acted to that effect. We really get clowns. Oh, we have clowns as leaders. God forbid the set of leaders we have in Africa currently. I feel we are the worst. We have the worst in Africa. They are coming from Nigeria with the kind of way they are behaving and calling. All of a sudden there is one voice. We never hear these people since when this killing they happen. We never hear. Terrorists, they go on rampage, causing havoc. We've not had this voice before. To say, come on, let's put our heads together and fight this thing. When we have heard talks about this whole thing. I'm going to start with a video of, just to refresh our memory, Ma'am Najatu, talking about, this whole terrorism thing. The bandits. Let me not use the word the bandits, the terrorists, the Boko Haram, where she mentioned Alimodu Sheriff. I'm going to start with that video just to refresh our memory, because I don't understand this whole thing that is going on here. Before I come back to show you the video of some northern people and of course Soludo talking about the Trump US government invasion.
Borno, by the then Borno governor, Ali Sharif. He is still roaming the streets freely. Yes. When Yusuf was caught alive, who created it? The ECOMOG. Who created the ECOMOG? We have to look at the root cause in order to find a solution. The root cause of that problem, as we know it today, is Ali Sharif. He used them for his own political machinery. He armed them as his political thirds. He even made one of them a commissioner. But they became too powerful. And they had no option but to try an elimination, which was not possible. and which we are all paying for. The military came in and they cashed in. And they have turned the Northeast into a cash cow. Military jumbo budgets, unaccounted for. I remember Jonathan was spending 2 billion naira every day on security. But there was no security. Hundreds and thousands of our people were slaughtered. And we also know that the army, more than anything else in Borno and Yobe, have contributed and enforced this so-called terrorism. Terrorism has become a multi-billion-dollar industry.
I have to bring back this video to buttress a point. Now, this video has been on air, on social media space for quite some time. In the time this video was released, this talk of Mam Najatu, up until this very moment, what did the government do? Nothing was done. Nothing was done. The APC that is so scared of, losing power, they are even the genesis of this problem. They are the ones that brought ant-infested firewood. Now, you are acting like you did not bring this thing. What did they do? From orchestrating the plan to oust Jonathan from power, they carried themselves, because they needed that, to the US to report. Not knowing that, or should I say forgetting, that the US attention has been drawn to it, and definitely they will be documenting. And then, today, here we are. Even before we got to this point, did the Trump not talk to former President Muhammadu Buhari about it? What action was taken? This video of Mam Najatu no be today. Nothing was done whatsoever. This before it was okay, we are playing politics. We will use it to get what we want. And today, karma is knocking on the door. Unfortunately, now the poor citizens, now we the thing they affect. Because if we say they affect them, I tell you the truth, somebody would have spoken up since. Out of anger, if we say they don't lose 3-4 members at a go, one person angrily would have spoken up. But because none of their family members is being affected, it has nothing to do with their family member, so it's okay. That's why they are keeping quiet like this. This video now today don't air. What did the government do? And now it has gotten to this point. We are hearing left, right, center, unity the other one, unity the other one. We are Nigerians first, we are this one first. I have seen different talk from different politicians, both from the north, and now we have Soludo talking about this whole thing. Please make it make sense to me. Make it make sense if these people actually not be hypocrites. I'm going to show you the video of a journalist that came out to blast the APC government. Before I show you, of the video of some northern group, I call them northern group because that's how I perceive them, northern political elite rather, and of course Soludo weighing in on this matter.
Whatever is happening right now is not new. In 2014, don't forget Dr. Abati, you have a situation where APC leaders took themselves from Nigeria, including late General Muhammadu Buhari, who was the then presumption candidate of the APC, and went to meet John Kerry, former Secretary of State, to the US government, and laid down all of this. And you could see that the US took all the things that they said to heart, and since then the US has been documenting everything that's been happening. And close to the 2015 election, John Kerry came to the country, and the US tried to play an influence. Now, if we are reversing the situation, APC is now in government after having chased PDP out, and they are facing the same thing. So our politicians should know that it's not about political party or political actors, but about the interests of the country.
Opportunity to come and put out their evidence, and those who do not think so can also put the evidence, so that the world, an open session, could witness that we are checking ourselves first before we rushed out. I would have also thought that those who had made this complaint had gone to the United Nations instead of the United States of America. We are not a colony of the United States. We do not owe the United States any explanation as to how we run our domestic affairs.
And quite frankly, when I see something on social media, I'd rather be in government now, not react very seriously to tweets or social media posts, as it were. But let me just say it's about the relationship between Nigeria and America, and the relationship between both countries is governed by international law. And I'm not quite sure what will be the basis of American intervention and so on and so forth. As the policeman come and enforce what and so on. Yeah, certainly, if Nigeria requests, it will be a request for any assistance or military or whatever that it would deem it necessary. Request for their technology and hardware, soft power to deal with anything, insurgents and banditry and so on and so forth. So be it. But it's within Nigeria's law. I'm not quite sure anybody will. I mean, if you have policemen killing some blacks, I remember the massive Black Lives Matter protests in America and so on, and somebody would say, maybe Africa should go and invade America because blacks are being killed in America. I'm not quite sure that is the way that goes. I think there is cause for deeper conversation. It must end in conversation. There will end a views, and I'm sure the federal government of Nigeria will be able to respond very robustly on behalf of Nigeria. Nigeria is such a big country as well. I'm pretty convinced that Nigeria is doing quite a whole lot to safeguard their lives and their property.
Iola replying to Soludo's statement saying the ignorance of these so-called elected leaders are shocking. Are these people the best of us that can lead us? Same way one is asked a question about baby factory and he shamelessly talked about owning factories. Very shameful. And I will have Araba saying, did you say that man is a professor? Is he planning to invade America with hoes and shovels? And I will have Silvo saying, Soludo, Soludo, Soludo. How many times did I call you? I ask again, who gave you that proof? Freedom for All saying, don't drag Africa in your corrupt, greedy form of government. Just say, Nigeria, we invade USA because of Black Lives Matters. Laugh emoji. And I will have Uchenda saying, who really gave this man proof? Jesus, my 9-year-old brother cannot think like this. How does these two even relate? A policeman killed a policeman and terrorists buying people like WTF. And they will have Chudi of Anambra saying, so make we die now as your government has refused to do something about the terrorism in the country. Chukun also saying, are the issues the same? BLM had a protest. Fulani are carrying out genocide. Isn't this man silly? Temu saying this line of reasoning falls flat on its head. Africa is not a country and can't make a unified decision. If Africa could invade, she wouldn't still have the capacity to take on US. And I will have Magister saying our leaders are the worst in the whole world. Look at the journalist he invited to interview him. You see the kind of manipulation, the angle Soludo is going to. Africa, all African nations, then they keep terrorists. Then they do meeting with terrorists. Are you not trying to invite other African nations to lend their voice to what's going on? Have you seen them wine and dine with terrorists? Have you seen them keep mute and mingle with people that have been alleged to be sponsoring terrorism? Black Lives Matters and what is going on here, that the same thing. Was there massacre or was there massacre on daily basis, mass burial of individuals during Black Lives Matters? Was there any such thing? For goodness sakes, I don't even understand what's going on with some of these our leaders. The ones where you say they get sense, last you go see say nothing they their head. Soludo is a clear example. And you get to wonder if this man actually went to school. No, I don't even blame people that actually blasted him. It calls for, his qualification. How he actually got this professorship of a thing. These are two different things entirely. And you are making it act like, okay, there was massacre. And see massacre of people in America for the sole purpose of the Black Lives Matters. These people no just get sense at all. There is no end to their display of stupidity. Today you are hearing, we are one Nigeria, we have to raise voice together. I've seen so many videos. So there's something called one Nigeria. Yet there is so much oppression and marginalization of some group. So they actually know there's some. You see why I talk and say these people know when to use things. They know when to use things. FPC, now then bring this ant-infested firewood. Now then first go report to the US. So they should handle this matter. What is disgusting to me is the fact that they talk as if what they are coming to attack is the entire Nigeria. The emphasis, I repeat, like I said earlier, is it not on the terrorists? We don't leave the core issue. Now, they talk about, waiting US talk. How can Nigerians lend their voice to say, oh, don't come and help fight the thing, no? When we have seen the incompetency and the nonchalant attitude of the government of the day, how do you expect millions of Nigerians to lend their voice? How is that even possible? How do you expect a man that has lost family, like close to 20 family members in a day, on account of these individuals, to come and lend the voice and say, oh, US, don't come and help us out? How do you expect a farmer that no longer goes to his farm because he's being taxed a certain amount of money before he can go to his farm? How do you expect him to lend his voice? How do you expect? The list goes on. Not be here with them when communities, even in Benue State and other places, raise alarm that whenever they want to fight back, that is when the government will now lend a voice. Not even to them, just so they don't attack. So make it make sense to me that such group of individuals would lend their voice. Oh, now who he never hits, now you no go know how they pain. No. You see this cross? The APC that brought it, we have to end it. Yes, Wike was saying yesterday, politics gone too far. Politics gone too far. When and then they play politics, taken so far. You played politics to the point that you went and reported. You orchestrated a plan yourself, and then you went and reported the Jonathan. And what do we have today? Now the thing is coming back to you in millionfold. It wasn't even this bad. Right now, look at us here. If you want to travel here, your mind will be skipping. It's not as if the flight ticket is even easy for anybody to afford it. And then you feel it's all good. Wow. It's the part of we must lend our voice together for me. And the Soludo talking about black lives. No, if they want to go and invade, they should go and invade. Do they think these people don't have record of what is happening? You leave the substance, they go fight the shaft. And you want Nigerians to lend their voice. I can bet you that there are so many millions of Nigerians, millions and millions of Nigerians that will not lend their voice to this score being made by these stupid people that call themselves leaders. They should go and do the needful. Now, where are they? So that Muslims and Christians, every Nigerian can walk freely. That's what they ought to be doing. And not disorganizing themselves in groups. Probably after they don't even grease their palm to come and be talking rubbish. We dey here, they do all these things. Terrorists they find the one where they go do. Nigerian leaders will remain the most useless on planet Earth. Thank you so much for watching. Please do thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you for the immense support. God bless you richly. Do enjoy the rest of your day and see you guys in my other videos.